Grand Rising, wonderful souls, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and it's really good to have you here. And if you are an OG subscriber, it's really good to have you back, soul family. Thank you for your likes, your shares. Thank you for supporting this channel and supporting the GoFundMe that I have going on down below. It is for Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue, which is an animal shelter. It's not that big. It takes up to 150 dogs and 50 cats, and these are street animals, okay? So they're not taken care of by anyone. The aim of this charity is to neuter and rehome as many dogs and cats as possible, because this is in the east coast of Sri Lanka, and they're just everywhere. They are literally everywhere. They do a really good job. They're very small. They only have, like, I think 4 or 5 people that man the entire thing, and they are for the entirety of the east coast of Sri Lanka, so every penny counts. If you cannot afford to donate, that's okay. If you can just take the link down below and just send that out into the universe, because the more love that goes out, the more awareness that comes back, right? Now, please be aware that as I'm doing this reading, I'm speaking a little bit lower because my next door neighbour has a little dog that is very sensitive to sounds and will start barking. So you may hear barking sporadically throughout this reading, and I apologise, there's not much I can do about it. I'm going to be ringing this bell super quietly. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2 and 1. Okay, now the messages that came through were: let go of what you think you've lost. Let go of what you think you've lost. Illusions, grief, these are 2 separate things that have come through, and the new moon will come. And with this new moon come new beginnings, fresh cycles and alignment. And the first thing that I thought of was the new moon in Gemini. So please know that if you are watching this after I have posted this and it is not the time of the new moon in Gemini, that's okay. Just claim whatever it is that resonates with you, okay? And leave the rest. Now, the new moon in Gemini, there is a need to have caution with what we think, we say, and what we spread around, like gossip. It's also a time when our intuition is going to be the loudest. So if you feel at the moment like you've been kind of doubting yourself a little bit, or doubting how you feel about some sort of ending in your life, especially if illusions have been pulled away or ripped away from you, and you're grieving this point, you're being told to honor your emotions, honor how you feel, but know that you're going to gain a lot of clarity, and a lot of kind of, like, not stoicism as much as it is balance within those emotions, being able to see something from hindsight. Hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? Without that raw emotion is going to be really, really helpful. So I'm going to grab these cards. Now, 3 cards just fell out. They threw themselves at me. And the cards that fell out are the Queen of Cups. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have the Ace of Cups. So we have a lot of emotions here. A lot of emotions spilling out. Excuse me. Confirmation burp right there. We've got a lot of emotions pouring out here. We have nurturance. This is the energy of, like, the mother. This is the energy of nurturing, caring for, feeling safe to kind of be yourself. Like this queen here is a queen because they really have opened up to their emotions, to how they feel. Their cup is runneth over, as you can see with the Ace of Cups here. But you also have the 7 of Cups, which is an illusion. And isn't that interesting that that's one of the messages that came through, is talking about an illusion. Now, I don't know if this Queen of Cups is representing you, if it's representing a situation, a person, maybe someone that you've had to move away from, or there is that energy of what you think you've lost. That could be an illusion, because this Ace of Cups is usually, you know, your cup's running over. You're very, very happy. You're very content with life, or someone here is very content with life. However, the fact that we have the 7 of Cups there, 7 of Cups, shows that either there were many options, there were many faces, or there was just a lot of illusion put in the place. And it gives the energy of when you think you know a person, or when you think you know your romantic partner, and then you find out that they've betrayed you, or you found out that they've cheated on you, or you found out something that really rips you to the core of your trust in that person. Okay, so I think this is what this reading is looking at, and it's also looking at new beginnings, because we have just had a full moon. Full moons are about releasing, you know, letting go. And this definitely ties into letting go. There may have been things that were left unsaid. You have the Four of Swords. Someone here stays up at night thinking. Now, I don't know if this is you or if this is the other person. The Ten of Swords, though. Do you know what? If you had an opportunity to have a conversation with a person, with a job, with work, whatever it was, and you turned it down, you're being told that you kind of sidestepped something major, like an even bigger betrayal or an even bigger like blowout or blow up, excuse me. If you are given the opportunity to then reconnect and converse, you're being told to remember that you need to let go of what you think you've lost. Because there's a difference between what we actually lose and what we think we lose. And it's not to say that how you feel is, you know, devalued, or that I'm dismissing it or saying that, you know, it's not valid to feel the way that you do. Of course it's valid for you to feel the way that you do. It's that I think when you realise that that person was wearing a mask the whole time, that mother figure or that best friend or that work colleague, they've been wearing a mask the whole time. I'm not losing a work colleague or a mother figure or a best friend. I'm not actually losing, I'm losing the illusion of that person. I get to see what's underneath, and what's underneath I didn't want in the first place. Do you see what I mean? There's something here with you sidestepped something major. Something major. And you can still take it as a loss, because I understand that we do invest our energy, our time, our compassion, our money sometimes, you know, a lot of attention into one project, person, job, place, thing, for it to not render the result that we thought it was going to can be devastating. It can be very sad, and there is a sense of grief and a sense of loss. But this is, I think, what your guides want you to know, is that there is a new beginning coming for you, and every little splay that forks off of your path, that kind of splinters off, and it's giving me Loki, Marvel's Loki, where there's like the main timeline, and then all these other timelines start splaying off, and they're just too much and they're chaotic, and it's going to bring time continuum down itself. So each one of them has to be pruned, and once they're all pruned, it brings back the balance. That's more or less what's happening here for someone when it comes to the people, places and things that can come with you into this next phase of your life, and the people, places and things that can't come with you. And sometimes the biggest lessons are the biggest sacrifices. And I feel like someone here is processing, almost like sacrificing a relationship that they thought was even keeled, or a relationship that they thought they could be safe in. They could be safe in with this Queen of Cups, and it was an illusion. Because the cup wasn't runneth over. Maybe in your eyes you thought the cup was runneth over, that everything was content, that the relationship was great, that everything was really foundationally, you know, set and strong. And something has happened here to rip that mask off, and not only rip the mask off of whatever is going on with this situation for you or that person, but also to remove some sort of rose-tinted lens or some sort of fantastical, whimsical lens from your eye or your third eye. And I think that in the next coming weeks, there's going to be clarity. There may be like resentment. You may have some resentment there. And I think this is the reason why you have with the new moon in Gemini, be careful with what you say, think and spread around, because your intuition will be extra loud. And even if you are bang on the money, I feel like whatever situation you're removing yourself from, person, experience, whatever it is not going to put their hand up and say, actually, you're right. Actually, I did A, B and C, or actually you were unfairly dismissed. They're not going to do that. They're literally not going to do that. So you you speaking on it doesn't mean that you can't speak on it. And I'm not saying that you should be quiet or anything like that, but just be aware. Be aware. Be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, because you're going to be manifesting these things towards you as well. So I feel like this reading must be for now, for the next 2 weeks, okay? And that's irrespective of whether or not you are watching this from when there's been a full moon up to the next new moon. This is just the next 2 weeks. See, the thing is, I don't usually do like timed readings. I only do timed readings or picker piles when spirit tells me to. So this is obviously very important when it comes to what it is that you are processing, how you are healing from this, and how you're moving away from something that maybe you didn't realize was hindering you because you were so close to it. But it had to be, you had to be removed from it. You had to be removed from it because you were so close. Look how close she is. She's so close. We can see what's in each of these cups. We can see absolutely with crystal clearness what's in there. But she's so close to it. She's just got this clouds in her eyes, the smoke in her eyes. She can't see any of these. And that's what I'm getting here when it came to this situation. You were too close to it. And I heard, but it's not your fault. It doesn't mean that, you know, you don't have any, you don't take any accountability for co-creating, but it's not your fault how it ended, is what I'm hearing, or how the cycle ended, or how the job ended, the relationship ended. Because I'm opening it up on the Queen of Swords here. There's manipulation here, or there is some sort of closed offness coming from the person, people, place, job, whatever it was that you were too close to. The Hermit, yeah, because look, the Hermit's in the reverse. There is an unwillingness here for your job, this job, this person, these people, whatever, to kind of look within and go, okay, so we were part of the problem too, or we were unwilling to heal, or we were unwilling to talk about it, or whatever it may have been. And I feel like for someone here, there may have been an inkling. I heard not at all. I saw a massive X, not at all. So you have someone here that may have hidden how they felt about you. And I'm talking about a boss or a job or a company or a person or a family member. Take it as it resonates. But there's someone here that was really stunting themselves when it came to being open and honest about feelings, and left you none the wiser. That may be why there is a need to let go of what you think you've lost, because it came on so suddenly. The Hermit is about going within. It's taking that light and shining it within, especially in the places that we usually avoid. You know, that being in reverse is going, no, I'm going to look everywhere else. I'm going to look at all these distractions, but I'm not going to look within myself. The Queen of Swords coming out in reverse is why did I want to say a broken third eye? Or like a lockdown third eye. And this also means that the sacral chakra is to a certain degree locked down or blocked, because those two are connected. So this has got something to do with family dynamics then. Creativity. Jealousy, green eye. Someone's got a green eye. I'm going to pop this one down. And I want to get one more, I'd say. Can I get one more card, please? Please and thank you. Thank you so much. If I don't say please and thank you so much, I don't get a card. Now we've got the Seven of Swords coming out in reverse. So yeah, this is like a heavy truth. This is betrayal. This is deceit. This is a lack of trust. This is mistruth. This way it is learning about these things. It's realizing this was going on the entire flipping time. And it's almost like a bomb. It's like a bombshell. It's like being, I don't know, blown into a seating position and kind of going, wow, so that happened, did it? And the Seven of Swords, when you look at her, she's carrying away 5, even though there are 7. Those 2 that she leaves behind are confusion. The 5 that she takes is animosity, arguments, kind of like replaying things in your mind. You know, if you're annoyed with someone or angry or whatever it may be, but not actually speaking this. This in reverse is, I feel like someone here made the best decision by not continuing some sort of, I had play-by-play, or not continuing an illusion. Not continuing an illusion. I'm surprised that the tower hasn't come out, because it's giving the tower in... It would have been the tower in reverse if you had stayed in this job, if you had stayed in this friendship, if you had stayed in this family, if you had stayed in whatever it may have been. It would have been just showing deceit to yourself, denial, denial, denial. Maybe you were unaware of this, but they were. And even, look, you've got the High Priestess coming out to judgment. You're up leveling. This needed to happen. And I know that sounds really, really sucky, because the thing is, sometimes we can be stuck in our comfort zone slightly without even realizing, and we think that we're pushing outside of it, and it's not until we're pushed outside of it that we actually realize how uncomfortable we are. So this may be the uncomfortability that you're feeling at the moment, and it's okay to be honest with that and be like, yeah, this is making me feel uncomfortable. Because there's something about safety, there's something about feeling like you could be safe, and it wasn't true. Because I don't know if this job was unsafe, this family member was unsafe, or this friend was unsafe. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean physical harm. And if that's happening, please ensure that you are reaching out and getting support. I mean feeling safe. There's something here about emotions and feeling safe. Being in a work environment where you feel that you can openly be yourself without being judged, or ask for that additional support, you know, and reasonable adjustments if you have physical disabilities or learning disabilities, or have special educational needs, and so on and so forth. Or if that is with a family or with a friend, being able to openly emotionally express yourself. This is learning that you weren't able to do that, or what you thought was a safe environment was not a safe environment. Okay. And I'm hearing as well, be careful who you speak to about this. Be careful who it is that you speak to about this. And it doesn't mean that you can't, speak to HR, that you can't file a complaint, that you can't whistleblow, that you can't, speak to your therapist or your friends about it. But there's something here with the be careful or have caution with what you say, think, and spread around. And I want to know why, because look, there's the tower. There's that flipping tower. And the tower in reverse is delaying the inevitable. It's just delaying the inevitable. It's saying there's no issues here. I'm going to continue the way that I am. And I feel like this Queen of Cups may not be you. I feel like it is either going to be your boss, a friend, or a family member. Take it as it resonates. Somebody who openly states that they're nurturing, but they didn't make space for you, or they didn't make you feel safe, or you thought you were, and then that's not true. And there may have been, sorry, I had to pause it because somebody's car was idling right next to the house and they were so noisy. This tower being in reverse is kind of ignoring the signs that something's not okay. And I don't know if you were ignoring the signs that something wasn't okay in your job or with a family member or a friend, or if the other person hid it so flipping well, or the job hid it so flipping well that you were unaware. But putting this down next to the Queen of Cups, this is almost like somebody just wanting to smooth things over and pretend. There's a pretense coming through. There is definitely a pretense. Why are we being shown this though? I heard the next 2 weeks are going to be fine. The next 2 weeks are going to be fine. What does that mean? What do you mean the next 2 weeks are going to be fine? Queen of Pentacles is coming out. King of Swords is coming out. Oh, okay. You've got the Two of Cups in reverse. So there is something here about the way that you express your needs, but you express your experiences. This is why there's a need here to not filter what it is that you say. You may be making money. You may be gaining back money, because for some people this is like unfair dismissal. this is being fired for something really small that would have been, I don't know, like a smack on the wrist, and instead you were told to pack your bags. This is like reparations of some sort. This is getting something back. You, especially with like this Seven of Cups is telling me that just with these, there's quite a few messages coming through, which is why I keep stopping and starting. But you've got the law, or you've got someone who's very morally correct, morally righteous, someone who really goes by the book. The Queen of Pentacles here is nurturing. It's a real mothering energy. And I do feel like, I don't know if you feel very vulnerable, or you felt very vulnerable in feeling very safe around a person or a job or a work environment, and feeling like you had been accepted in a certain way and that you could just openly be yourself, only to find out that actually none of that was true. For some people, speaking on this in what way though? Speaking on this is going to bring in a lot of financing. Speaking on this is going to bring in some financing for someone here. But I think there is a need to be careful about names and places. If you decide to, for example, to write a book, and this is just an example, and you have an episode talking about, you know, the freedom that you got after you left this job, or this job was taken away from you, or this friend turned out to be not a friend, or this family member, blah, blah, blah. There is a need to be very careful in the way that you word certain things, so that you don't have someone going, that's slanderous. And I think that's the same with what's happening in the next 2 weeks. Tell me about the next 2 weeks when it comes to the Seven of Cups. You've got Justice, and it's in reverse to the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more. Can I get one more, please? Thank you. We have here the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so Justice coming out in reverse. The illusion of the lack of justice. In the next 2 weeks, I don't know if all of the people that you speak to are going to be on your side, is what I'm getting, if I'm honest. And I think this is the reason why, as much as it's going to be fine, and I'm fine, but the next 2 weeks is going to be fine, be aware that not everyone is going to, not everyone has taken those rose-tinted glasses off when it comes to this situation, person, people, group. Some people are still, what's the word? Some people are too scared to either rock the boat, or they are not seeing it the way that you do. You have the Wheel of Fortune though to the Page of Pentacles. So you're really being told though, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the people that you speak to go, what are you talking about? Or they just don't agree with you, or they don't give you the support that you thought that they would, because ultimately the universe is just showing you which people can let themselves out and which people can stay. You're being asked to invest in things that look at fortune, luck, gratitude, blessings, wishes. Okay. Tell me about the Ace of Cups, please. I need to knock it. Ace of Swords is coming out. Okay. Yeah, because while this has happened, it's knowing that, do you know what? You spoke from a place of truth. There is a need for you to stay accountable to yourself and speak from a place of truth, from a place of compassion and peace. That, I think that's what the message was when it came to the new moon in Gemini, being aware. Be aware of the words that you're using, the thoughts that you are processing. Are you walking around feeling really vexed all day? Are you moaning? For the better word of it, are you moaning at other people, or are you talking to them? There's a need to kind of look into that, especially, and don't be hard on yourself if you have a bad day, or you have a day where, do you know what, you think back to this and you think, I lost a friend, or I lost a job, or I lost a, you know, give yourself that grace to be like, okay, that's how I feel. And on the other hand, I lost the illusion of a job that I liked. I lost the illusion of a close friend. I lost the illusion of a family member because I needed that family member, but they could never be that. Okay. Tell me about the Hermit in reverse, please, and thank you. Thank you. That was quick. Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords on its own, just as clarification, is talking about, it's going back to smoothing things over and pretending everything's fine. Can I get one more, please? Just clarity on the Nine of Swords. Clarity on the Nine of Swords. Clarity on the Nine of Swords, please. Please and thank you. Eight of Pentacles, and it's not working. Do not pretend that that's why everything's going to be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do not pretend that everything is fine if it is not. There is a need to consciously check in with yourself, emotion of how you are. Give the change or that not a warrior all the time. So it's okay to think it's sure you don't and that there does seem to be like this balance between, because this thing that is actually helpful. It's not helpful. Now tell me about the Queen of Swords, please. Tell me press. Of Swords. Or that you have the just if they our to that you family are, then of course is out. It's is that you've created emotions to a situation, a firing, a leaving home, a breakup, whatever it may be, so that you're not seeing that this was done for you. And I know no one wants to hear that. Everyone wants to have like the happy tarot readings, or the readings where the other person hasn't healed and you are the victor. We're all healing. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience, and you know, healing It's got many facets, many layers, and it takes a long time. And that's not judgment in any way, shape or form, just an observation. There does seem to be, with this Seven of Pentacles coming out to the Seven of Swords in reverse, being very rash to act on something. You're being asked to slow down with something here, especially when we're talking about what you think, say, and spread to others. Do not make assumptions on anything. Two of Cups is coming out to the Three of Pentacles. Leave on good terms is what I'm hearing, but it's up to you, because I don't know what's happened in your life, and your experiences are unique unto you, right? We're going back to this energy, though, of finding peace within yourself as you move away. Finding peace within yourself as you move away. And that actually came up in one of my other readings. The Two of Cups here is about balance within a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's seeing eye to eye. Now, it doesn't have to be that you're seeing eye to eye with a person who cheated on you, or eye to eye with a person who set you up so that you lost your job. No, this is about being able to look in the mirror and look at your shadow, look eye to your shadow, and find peace within it. Because this is the what is this called? I cannot remember now. Caduceus. It's called the Caduceus, and this is what Archangel Raphael has with him. That is his sigil, his sign, his emblem. And it talks about healing from emotions. It's the healing emotions. And then you have the Three of Pentacles here. So the Three of Pentacles in reverse is the lack of opportunity in some sort of collaboration, in some sort of partnership, going separate ways, not seeing eye to eye. So there really is a need or an encouragement for you to be pouring into yourself right now, being gentle with yourself, being gentle with what you think, you say, and what you spread around also. Because I feel like someone else, as much as they did not take the high ground in the actions that brought upon this split, this separation, this distance, they are going to use whatever it is that you say, whatever it is that you spread around, whatever it is that you act out from those emotions as their own ammunition to say, look, we were right to fire that person. Look, I was right to talk to that person the way that I did. Look, I'm the victim here. This is the reason we're not friends anymore. Okay? For your own peace of mind. Two more, please. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles is coming out again. Yeah, this person or this job or whoever, they were, I think this person was intimidated by how direct you are, or how open you are with your emotions, or how you express yourself. You've got the Lovers coming out. Now, the Lovers doesn't have to talk about two people that are in love. It really doesn't. It can talk about yourself and your shadow, which gives me the same energies here, you with your shadow. There does seem to be the almost like your boss or your friend or your family member had all the right things to say, especially if they're coming out as the Queen of Cups with that nurturance. But when it comes down to things, they would rather paint things over with like a happy brush, or like a brush made up with rainbows, rather than actually speaking direct on something. They didn't like how direct you were, but it doesn't mean you should change. Yeah, they didn't like how direct you were. And we've got here the Two of Swords in reverse. That's a definite. That's an absolute definite. So they lie. There's something here about them lying, or it's not so much that they're lying. It's that they are not as intuitive and tapped in and knowledgeable as they have stated they are. When it comes to healing, when it comes to compassion, when it comes to certain things here. Okay, before I go, I would like to get a couple more cards. You must choose is coming out. I think this is choosing whether you allow this to eat you up, or whether you allow this to wash through and away from you. You've got a magical protector is there for you, and you must choose. And that came out twice. Okay. What do we need to know? Oh, that flew out. Collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies is upside down. This really is letting go. It really is. And it's not me, you know, not validating how you feel. I have to express that. It's finding peace within yourself. Because that rediscover your individuality and become a dragon. There's a reason why you were you experienced this. It's because the universe wants you to make space for the good things that are coming, but they can only come if there's space for them to come, right? So we've removed the parts that don't need to be there, that don't resonate with you. Rediscover your individuality, become the dragon. Can I get 2 more, please? 2 more, please. Thank you. You missed someone is upside down. So there you go as well. You have somebody here who is like, either this is like a boss, friend, family, whoever, who is pretending that they've done all the work they need to do when it comes to their healing, when it comes to whatever this situation is. They're like, well, I was absolutely adult in this. I have no idea what you're talking about. So you did the right thing. You did the right thing from either walking away or being let go of, or whatever that may be, and you're being asked to release your power. You're being asked to release some of this energy. And I don't know, 33 keeps coming out. I don't know if this is to do with like connecting with Jesus or Master Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, or Buddha. One of these ascendant masters may be able to help you, because you've got holding on way too tight. Maybe holding this energy in way too much. You will not let fear stop you this time. Okay, I feel like I want to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.